So welcome everyone to this class about sleeping well, or about helping us to get to the point of being able to sleep well. So the reasons why we don't sleep well are often to do with our emotions, or the things that are going on in our lives, or the thoughts that we've got going on in our minds even, or the tension that we've got in our bodies. These three things can really disturb us from our sleep. And so today we're going to use Pal-Mukta Asanas, the energy releasing posture series of gentle movements to help to bring back the natural flow of energy in the body, to release some of the physical tension, and to allow us to find more ease in our bodies. To begin with, I'm going to turn my chair slightly sideways on so it's easier to see. We're going to sit back into our seats a little bit more so that our thighs are really supported by the chair itself. And we're going to do one leg at a time and start with our Pal-Mukta Asanas. So lengthening your left leg forward, and we're going to spread out the toes as much as feels comfortable, and then scrunch the toes up as much as we can as well. Try to avoid getting cramp, and if you want to rest your foot down, you can, but if you can do it with the foot up, all good. So spreading out as you inhale, spreading the toes, and as you exhale, scrunching the toes. Inhaling, spreading, exhaling, scrunching. Look at your feet. Inhaling, spreading, exhaling, scrunching. Notice the movement. Inhaling, spreading, exhaling, scrunching. One more. Inhaling, spreading, exhaling, scrunching. Let's relax that leg down, and we'll do the opposite side. So lifting up the right foot, inhaling, spreading, exhaling, scrunching up the toes. Inhaling, spreading out the toes. Exhaling, scrunching up the toes. Inhaling, spreading. Exhaling, scrunching. Inhaling, spreading. Exhaling, scrunching. Keep going with your breath. If you notice that you are tending to get a little crampy feeling, just making your movement a little bit smaller or a little bit more gentle. Exhaling, scrunching. I'll just do one more. Inhaling, spreading. Exhaling, scrunching, and release that leg down. I'm going to lift the left leg up again, and we're going to make big circles with our ankles. So there's all sorts of Pal-Mukta Asanas that you can do. We're just going to do a handful, a few for each part of the body today. So circling your foot at the ankle and going the opposite direction as well. Here we're trying to explore the fullest range of movement we can make, the biggest circle you can make comfortably with your ankle without putting any dis-ease in the body, or unease, sorry, in the body. There we go. And relaxing that foot down. Let's do the right side now, lengthening the right leg up, rolling your foot at the ankle. Nice big movements. And if your movements feel big to you, but they look small, then that's okay. It doesn't need to look the same as here on the video. It's just about exploring your own range. Let's go in the opposite direction as well. Lovely stuff. Maybe just a couple more. And floating this leg down. And then just taking a moment, resting your thighs on your hands on your thighs and sitting tall, just taking a moment to notice how those parts of the body feel, how your foot feels, how the space between the toes feels, the ankle, maybe the calves and the thighs are also feeling some of that effort. And then we're going to bend the left knee up and hold underneath the left thigh. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you can actually do this simply by resting your leg on the chair. You might want to move your block out from underneath your foot. But if you want to hold your thigh towards you, holding the thigh, and we're going to kick for 10, and then another 5, but you can rest after 10 if you want. So just allowing your foot to be relaxed. We're going to kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest if you want to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lovely job. Relax that leg down. Swapping to the other side. Notice the difference between the two sides. Draw the right thigh in, hold around the back of the thigh if you are doing that variation. And we'll kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest if you want to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. And resting down. And now you can probably feel that awakened sensation in the legs. So now we're going to lift the right leg up again, or as I say, you can balance it just on the edge of your seat, but without the block underneath your feet. And make a little stirring motion with the foot. So here we're just giving a little lift to the thigh, little stirring motion with the foot, as if you were drawing a circle with your big toe, and in the opposite direction as well. Great stuff. And releasing down on this side. We'll do the other side as well. So drawing the right thigh in, making a little stirring motion, giving yourself a little bit more room from your chair if you need to. Just feeling how that feels. And in the opposite direction. And then releasing down on this side. Then we're going to come to sit a little bit more forward on our seats, and I'm going to move my block out of the way for now. And we're going to lift the left leg up, and just gently slide it out to the side and back to the center. So you're on your tiptoe, sliding out to the side and back to the center. A little almost open and twist. It doesn't matter how far it goes. And if this doesn't suit your thighs or your hips for some reason, then you can do a much smaller version or rest out of this. We'll do one more on this side. And coming back to the center, and do the same thing on the other side. A little lift in the tummy muscles, up on the tiptoes, sliding the right knee out to the side and back to center. So there's a little bit of effort here in the hip and the muscles that support the hip. Very good. We'll do 2 more. Maybe 1 more. And then coming back to the center. Very good. So now you can have your block again if you'd like it. Here in our center, we're going to have our hands on our hips a little bit further away from the chair back than we were before, so a little bit less support underneath the thighs, and firmness in the belly muscles. Bring your knees just a touch closer together so that they're not falling out to the sides. They're in front of the hips, but not touching themselves. And then we're going to stir our upper bodies. So we need to use a little bit of tummy muscles here, and with your hands on your hips, you might even feel some of those muscles firing in the hip flexors or across the low abdomen. Stirring in one direction. And as you do that, just feeling what you're mostly resting on. So it's like a gentle foam rollering across the buttocks. Let's go in the other direction as well. Very good. Nice. It can be as big a movement or a smaller movement as you like. I've got a very squeaky, squelchy chair today. Hopefully you've got some entertainment from your chair at home as well. We'll do one more. And coming back to center. Excellent. And then here, with our feet still in the same position, we're going to do a little bit of moving in the back of the body. So as you breathe in, take your elbows wide and open your chest. And as you breathe out, just rounding slightly forward, reaching your fingertips towards your knees and draping yourself as if you were having a ball in front of your front body. Breathing in, opening the elbows wide, opening the chest. Breathing out, rounding through the spine, scoop the belly in, chin to chest. Breathing in and open. Breathing out and rounding. Breathing in, opening. Breathing out, rounding. Still firm in the belly. Breathe in, you're lengthening the front of the body. Breathing out, lengthening the back of the body. We'll do one more, breathing in. And breathing out. And then just coming to sitting upright again. We could do a gentle side bending as well. So here, sitting nice and tall, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, having that lift through the center of the body. Breathing in the center. As you breathe out, just sliding the left hand down the left side of the chair. Breathing into center and breathing out, sliding to the opposite side. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over, firm in the belly. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and over. One more to each side. Breathing in. Breathing out as you side bend. Breathing in. Breathing out as you side bend. Breathing in back to the center. And here we're going to stop our mid-body limbering to do some hands. So sitting a little bit further back in your chair to give you a little bit of rest in the center of the body and underneath, more support under the thighs. We're going to breathe in and reach the hands out in front and open the fingers wide, and breathe out, thumbs in, all of the fingers wrapped around. Breathing in, reaching the fingers apart. Breathing out, thumbs in, wrap the fingers around. Breathing in, spreading. And breathing out, making that soft fist. Breathing in, spreading the fingers. Breathing out, making a soft fist. Keep going with your breath. You can watch your movement to give your eyes somewhere to rest, and also to notice the difference between the right and left sides of your body. Just notice the way that your movement feels, the way it looks. And at the end of this movement, relaxing the arms down to the side. And here we're just going to roll the shoulders briefly. Nice little gentle roll, maybe in the opposite direction as well. And we're going to breathe in, take the hands up in front of you and reach the fingertips up to the ceiling. And breathe out, allow the fingers to come all the way around towards the inner wrist. Breathing in and up. Breathing out, reaching the fingers all the way around. Breathing in and up. Breathing out, reaching the fingers all the way around. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's do two more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And relax the arms down to the side, again rolling the shoulders. A couple of times in each direction. Very good. We're going to bring our hands together and interlace the fingers. And just keeping the elbows quite close to the sides of the body and the palms pressed towards each other, making a nice figure of 8 with your hands rolling at the wrists. And we'll go in the opposite direction as well. Then we're going to take the hands apart, shake out the fingers and the wrists, and we're going to interlace the hands the opposite way. So whichever way you normally interlace so your opposite first finger is on top, your opposite thumb. And we'll do the same thing again. Oh, I find it quite hard to do this with the hands the other way around. So a feat of mental mind gym and coordination as well. And then reversing the motion. For some reason, it's easier that way. I don't know why I didn't start that way to begin with. Aces. And then separating the hands, just shaking out the fingers, maybe giving them a little bit of a wiggle, shaking out the wrists, and resting the hands gently on top of the thighs, taking a moment here to sit tall and close the eyes, and just notice the effects so far, the effects of our practice. Hopefully you can still feel a little tingling in the low body from our Pau asanas down there, and now of course in the arms as well. When you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. We're going to do our elbow bending now, or arm cranks as they're called. And you can do this with the arms out in front of you at shoulder height, or you can have them lower down. It doesn't matter. Try not to lift them above your shoulders because it's not so helpful for the shoulders themselves. So reaching your arms out in front of you with your palms turned up, breathing in as you stretch the fingers away from you, and breathing out as you bring the fingertips to rest towards the shoulders. Can be anywhere towards the shoulders. Breathing in, reaching the arms along. Breathing out, bending the fingertips towards the shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good stuff. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. With your fingertips on your shoulders, just allow your elbows to come down and come out to the sides. We're going to lift the elbows up a little bit. It can lift as far as shoulder height, but wherever suits you. Breathe in, reach the arms out to the side. Breathing out, fingertips to the shoulders. Breathing in, lengthening through the arms. Breathing out, fingertips to shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Good stuff. Breathing out. We'll do just one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then here, just gently release the elbows down and let the arms rest down to the side. So today with our shoulders, we're going to limber one shoulder at a time. And that will give any of you who have got shoulders who work differently, but work differently from each other, the opportunity to exercise each one to its particular range of movement. So to begin with, we'll start with the left shoulder, and we're just going to roll the shoulder. Little roll of the shoulder, shrugging up and down and around the back. Super, let's go in the opposite direction as well. Nice. Sometimes it's nice to move them so separately so you can really feel the way that they feel. Okay, and then taking your fingertips of your left hand towards your left shoulder. It can be anywhere on the chest or the shoulder or the front of the body. And breathing in, taking your left elbow up. And then as you breathe out, taking your left elbow back behind you and down. Breathing in, forwards and up. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in forwards. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in forwards and up. Breathing out back and down. Let's reverse that motion. Breathe in, take the elbow back and up, open the chest. Breathing out, elbow forwards and down. Breathing in back and up. Breathing out forwards and down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just resting your arm down and feeling the difference between the two sides of the body. Let's do the same thing with the right. So just begin by taking some nice big shoulder circles with the right shoulder, just on its own, doing its thing. And then reverse that, going in the opposite direction as well. Nice. Notice if it moves differently from the other side of your body. Mine certainly does. And this shoulder is not so happy today, I have to say. Then coming to the center, taking the fingertips towards your shoulder or your chest, whichever is good. Let's breathe in as we take the right elbow forward and up, and breathe out as we take the elbow behind the body and down. Breathing in, forwards and up. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, forwards and up. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, forwards. Breathing out, back. Breathing in, forwards. Breathing out, back. Let's reverse that motion. Breathe in, open the chest, elbow behind you and up. And breathing out, elbow forwards and down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out, forwards and down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more in this direction. Breathing in. Breathing out. And releasing your arm down as well. Take a note of how you feel, left and right. We're going to sit a little bit away from the back of the chair now, and we're going to do some slightly different limbering for our shoulders. So for this exercise, if you have your hands in front of you, as if you were carrying a tray, almost like a right angle between the upper arm and the lower arm at the elbow. And here we want to sit well so that we can provide as best range of movement that we can. So we're going to draw the tummy muscles in to sit tall and draw the shoulder blades towards each other down the back, so we open the space in the chest. And then we're going to simply open the left hand to the left without turning the chest, just the shoulder and back to the center, and then right hand to the right and back to the center. So as if you were serving somebody a plate to your one side and then to the other. Very good. Just keeping going side to side. Just note what feels good in terms of rotation. Trying to keep the rest of the body nice and still. It doesn't matter how far you go. It's not about that. It's just about exploring the motion. One more to each side. Very good. Here in the center, we're going to keep the arms in the same position. We're going to lift the left elbow up to the left shoulder and back down again. Lifting right elbow up to right shoulder and back down again. So same sort of thing. You're tipping your plate out this time onto the floor or your bowl, whatever you're holding. One side and then the other. That's it. Just go nice and slowly. If you need to slow it down a little bit, you can. We'll do one more to each side. Very good. And then elbows in the same position, hands in the same position, still with this lift. We're going to lift the elbow up in front of us to wherever it goes, but with the elbow still bent, as if you were chucking your bowl of whatever it is over the back of you, down your back, and then on the other side as well, okay? So different range of movement, lifting up and down, elbows bent, hands stay in the same position, elbows in the same position. It's just the shoulders moving as the upper arm moves. Up with the right and down. We'll do one more to each side. Up left and down. Up right and down. And then relaxing the hands, shaking out the arms, maybe giving a little bit of a wriggle through the chest. And we're going to bring our hands to rest, palms down, a bit more restful for the hands and the arms, on the thighs, and sit really tall. Let's finish our limbering this way. We've got a few other things to do, but limbering this way with our heads. So sitting tall, retract your chin so the head is over the body, not in front of the body. And as you exhale, turn to look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to your center. And exhale, turn over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. And this time as you exhale to the left, you can hold. If it's not comfortable to hold, just keep moving dynamically as we've done. If you're happy holding, you can take a few deep breaths here. What we're going to do is we're going to take our right elbows and push the right elbow back. So you get a little bit more of an opening across the front of the right side of the chest. Another deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then gently relax your right arm and bring your head back to center. Retract your chin. Turn to look over your right shoulder. And if it feels comfortable, you can hold or you can keep moving dynamically. If you're holding, then draw your left elbow backwards to open that space at the front of the left side of the chest. Continue to hold as you breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then releasing your left arm back to center and your head back to center. In the middle, just wriggle anything that needs wriggling. And then come to resting the hands back on the thighs. We're going to drop our chins down to our chests and then roll the right ear towards the right shoulder and roll the chin back towards the chest and roll the left ear to the left shoulder and then chin to chest. Rolling to the right, chin to chest, rolling to the left, chin to chest. In the center, just take a moment to smile and then bring your head back to the center, upright. And we're going to do that again, but with our hands reaching behind us. So you can hold onto your chair, or if you prefer, you can hold elbow to elbow behind the body, or even interlace the fingers and draw the elbows towards each other behind the body. Whichever of these feels good to you. If you need to make a bit of room, you can move slightly forward on your seat. And hold with your arms down. So don't hold with your arms up, hold with your arms down, your shoulders down. So here, a little bit of lift in the belly muscles, drop your chin towards your chest, and maybe that feels a bit more stretchy now that the arms are back. Then rolling the right ear towards the right shoulder, and back to the center, just going gently, left ear to left shoulder, and back to the center. Let's do 2 more to each side, back to the center, left ear to left shoulder, back to center, 1 more to each side, back to center, left ear to left shoulder, back back to center. In the center, relax your arms so that they're back to their neutral position. Smile gently to yourself. And then roll your head up, and we're going to take our chins up towards the ceiling as well. And then back down to neutral. Let's raise the chin up, chin only up. And back down to neutral. Hold your hands behind you again, either holding onto the chair or holding onto elbow or wrists. Then lifting the chin up and releasing down. Lifting the chin up and releasing down. And then relax your arms, relax your upper body. Make any wiggles or twiggles that need to be made. And we're going to finish this seated series with a spinal twist. So for this, we want our feet and knees to be quite close together. And we're going to keep the knees towards each other. When we begin to twist, if they want to shift slightly, that's okay. But to begin with, having them close together. Sitting really, really tall. We're going to breathe in as we take the left hand out to the left side and gently twist towards the left. Breathe out as you reach that hand down. Then breathe in as you take your right hand across your body, reaching towards your left hip. And breathe out as you gently use that to move into your wrist. Okay, so lengthening up to the crown of your head and gently using the leverage of both arms to move into the twist. Maybe if you want to, you can look towards your left shoulder. Check that your left shoulder is relaxed, your right shoulder is relaxed. Wherever you get to, take a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes if you'd like to. To come out, turn to the front with only your head. Release both of your hands, unwind your spine and turn a little to the opposite side and back to the center. Oh, that feels good. Let's do it on the other side too. So reach your right hand behind you and reach for the chair in some way. And then sitting tall, reach your left hand across your body. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, move into your twist. Use both hands to do that. Maybe even turning your head a little bit more if you want to. Avoid having your shoulders up. Keep them down. Keep them engaged down the back. And breathe deeply. Maybe close your eyes. To release out, turn to the front with only your head. Release your hands, unwind your spine, turning a little to the opposite side and back to the center. Excellent stuff. So we've been through the whole body, she says, breathing. Yes, we've been breathing. Breathing is good. Doing lots of limbering, lots of releasing our energy in our postures. And we're going to just do a standing posture of the supported downward facing dog. So hands onto the back of your seat. I'm so relaxed, I've nearly forgotten what I was going to say. Taking the feet underneath the hips, just walking them away from you slightly, allowing your torso to come towards being parallel with the floor. Soften the knees, extending through the base of your spine. And if you want to here, you can give your bottom a little bit of a wiggle from side to side. It's a really nice way to ease tension out of the sides of the body. And then when you're ready, you can come back to center and take maybe just a few more deep breaths. Check the back of your neck is long, that your head is not hanging too far forward. You don't need to lengthen the legs, but if you want to, you can lengthen one and then bend both knees and then lengthen the other. If you like to ease the tension out of the hamstrings a little. And then when you're ready, bringing your body to stillness, looking only up, pressing into the hands, walking your feet into the back of the chair, and taking a moment as you're standing at the back of the chair, letting everything settle back into where it was before. Maybe letting a big breath out through the mouth. Awesome sauce. So that is the dynamic or movie bit of our class finished. And so if you'd like to gather some things to feel warm with, today it's quite cool on this autumnal day. So I'm going to get myself a little blanket. And blankets you can use in different ways. So you could roll this blanket and put it behind you to support your lumbar spine, so just above your hips. That gives you a nice little support into the spine. Or, as I'm going to use it today, you can open this blanket, wrap it around you, get yourself nice and cozy. Super. So we're going to do a breathing exercise, and for the breathing exercise, we'd like to keep the spine nice and long and open, but I'd like you to be relaxed as well. So for this one, settling all the way into the back of your seat to keep your spine nice and open as well. To keep your spine nice and supported rather as well. And because we want to do some deep breathing, we're going to take chin mudra. So first fingers and thumbs together, can be the tip or the first knuckle, and keeping the other fingers nice and long. And you can turn the palms downwards if you're looking to create an inner circuit of energy and contain your energy. Turn your palms upwards if you have tons of energy to spare and you need to let some go. And then lifting the crown of the head, letting the shoulders soften. Just take a moment to close your eyes and observe your natural breath. Observe the coolness of air coming into the nostrils and the warmth of the breath as it leaves the body. What other sensations can you feel? Can you feel the movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe? Can you feel the sensation of your body supported by the floor and the chair? The sensation of your hands on your thighs or resting in your lap? Can you feel which parts of your body are moving the most as you breathe? If you find that your breath is at the top of your torso, at the top of the lungs, try relaxing your tummy muscles, allowing the bottom of the rib cage to move a little bit more freely. Allow the breath to come down into the lowest lobes of the lungs. We're going to count our exhalations or count our breath with a view to extending the exhalation. So simply make a note of how long you breathe in for, how long you breathe out for. You can do this by saying a phrase or by counting numbers. Whatever your inhalation is, try to balance your exhalation to that. So if you're breathing in for the count of 3, try breathing out for the count of 3. If you're breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4, but be guided by your inhalation. If it feels unnatural to keep your exhalation that short, then allow it to be just a touch longer. And as you breathe this way, allow your face to soften, your shoulders to relax. Allow your breath to be so gentle that it's barely audible. And when this breath becomes really relaxed, you can begin to add a count to your exhalation. For example, breathing in for the count of 3, breathing out for the count of 4. And when this new breath becomes really soft and gentle, and you can keep your shoulders and your face relaxed, you can try adding another count to your exhalation only. For example, you may now be breathing in for the count of 4 and out for the count of 6. Try keeping your inhalation really gentle. And just slowing down your exhaled part of the breath. This might be enough for you today. But if you feel able to soften the face and shoulders and breathe gently, you can add another count to your exhalation. And you can keep going, adding a count every time you can soften into the breath. You could go as far as breathing in for the count of 3 and out for the count of 12. In for 4, out for 16. But building up really slowly, adding 1 count to your exhalation. Checking that breath suits you. There's no gasping for air, no strain in the breath, no tension in the body. If you're happy to continue breathing in this way for the rest of your relaxation, continue doing so. If you prefer to let this breath go now, you can relax your fingers and simply observe the effect of your practice of bringing the body to ease, of shifting the emphasis of your system to its relaxation response. And soften a little deeper into that stillness, that peace. If you've continued with your deep breathing, bringing your breath now back into its natural, spontaneous rhythm. Noticing the effect of your practice as you release back into an uncontrolled, spontaneous breath. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe roll your feet at the ankles, roll your hands at the wrists. When you feel ready, take a deep breath in. Maybe yawn. Stretch the legs, stretch the arms. Maybe stretch the sides of the body. When you feel ready, you can bring your palms together and rub them vigorously, getting lots of heat into the hands, a bit of movement into the arms, pressing them firmly, rubbing them fast. And when they begin to feel warm, placing the hands over the eyes. So you feel that warmth, that softening happening around the eyes. Blink into your hands a few times. And then release your hands down as you open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you for joining me for this gentle, relaxing practice. I hope that you sleep well tonight. And for those of you who are on the video, see you next time.